Hi guys, Charity Preston here from the Organized Classroom Vlog. Great to see you back today. Today we're going to do a fun little tip for assessment. If you'd like to do running records and keep track of some things, these are fantastic. For parent conferences, if you need to make a phone call, it's documentation right at your fingertips. Now if you're a veteran teacher, you probably already know about this, so you can be on your way if you need to. But if you're a new teacher, this is really focused on the new teachers because they may or may not have seen this before, and I want to make sure that they've seen it. All right, so this is my handy little clipboard that you could then hang on your wall somewhere. Obviously, this says do not touch. It is going to contain some assessment information. You don't want students getting their googly eyes all over it, nor parents for that matter. This is for your eyes only. Another quick little tip, I was kind of disgruntled because I had an ugly old clipboard that I didn't really want to use for you guys. I was going to go and buy one, and my daughter, who love her to death, going to high school this year, said, hey, use that packing tape that you used for the video from the other day, so check this out. I just ran cool packing tape on this, and it's like a new clipboard. I'm so excited. So anyway, that's a fun little way to spruce up a clipboard if you didn't know that idea. Anyway, so you're going to hang this up, and on this, I'm going to flip it. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and take this sheet off. When I'm using it, I can take this sheet off, and this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have note cards taped onto your clipboard. Now, I have 2 columns because I have 30 students in my class. So if you have many less than that, you could probably just do 1 column down the middle, but I wanted to go back and forth with them. So I would have enough on one side of the clipboard for all of my students. Now this is how it works. Basically, you take note cards. You can find note cards that already have holes punched in them. I didn't have note cards with holes punched in them, so I just grabbed a stack of them, threw them into my hole puncher, and hole punched the tops of them on either side. Now, you are going to, on your note card, put the student name at the bottom of the card someplace. I did mine on either side. You could certainly do them just all on one side, whatever way that you want to do it, but make sure each one of your students has a card, and then you're going to start from the bottom. So if you're doing it alphabetically, you do not have to, but if you choose to do it alphabetically, go ahead and start with your last student in the alphabet. Put their name down there. You're going to set it right on. You're going to put it right on the bottom. And you're literally just going to use a little piece of clear tape. And you're going to put it there. And then you're going to do your next student and put a little piece of clear tape. And then I just kept overlapping them back and forth as I was adding them on there. Okay, so now basically you have an accordion that you can write on any single card. So when I was talking to student 30, I wrote the date, and oh, this was writing. We discussed the rough draft, and you could add a little bit more details, whatever you want to do. If I go to, let me see where I have another one. I think student 19, I just flip up to student 19, and here's student 19 there. Okay, and then I write down 829. Oh, we worked on spacing in our writing. Then if I want to go to student 10, I flip all the way up to student 10. And 820 we said over and over, so we introduced the thesaurus. However that you want to do this, guys, the great part of this is whenever your card is filled up, and you can even write on the back too, to really use it, you just peel the card off, fold the tape over, you don't even have to pull the tape off, and then put it on some O-rings. Okay, so this would be an example. I've got 2 holes, so I have 2 O-rings. So each student then would have their own fancy little assessment card file here that you could then place into their student file, which would be fantastic when you want to pull it out for a parent conference, report cards, midterms, whatever you want to do. Another fun tip would be if you had several clipboards, and instead of just using white, you could use white on one, on a different clipboard, you could follow student names. You could use a different colored note card, all yellow note cards. You could use different colored note cards for different subjects. So maybe you want to have one for reading. Maybe you want to have one for writing. Maybe you want to have one for spelling, whatever their current spelling words are. Perhaps for AR, for reading workshop, writing workshop, however you want to do it. Think times when you would normally conference with a student one-on-one is when you're going to want a clipboard, because then you can walk around with your assessment tool. You'll have this in front of you and you can sit and chat with the student and write down your notes, and you always have record of that. So then you can go back to the parents later and say, oh, wait a second, on 8/22 we did talk about this, and yet he's still having problems with this, and look, we've talked about it 5 times and we still don't see anything, so let's do some kind of intervention. It's basically for you to remember. You've got anywhere from 15 to 30 students or more in a classroom. How do you remember every time you spoke with a child about every little thing? So that's what this is for, okay? And then whenever you are finished for the day with it, you can pop your little sheet on there and go hang your clipboard up someplace, hopefully so that no students see it or parents see it as well. Put it in a desk, whatever you need to do. So anyway, that is the fun little tip for today. Assessment, really easy. Flip cards, I know that many veteran teachers have used this. It's not a new concept, but it's one that is important, and it's easy to implement, and it's super cheap. So I thought I would pass it on. So I hope you've enjoyed today's tip. Once again, if you have any tips, feel free to contact me in my contact form at theorganizedclassroomblog.com. If you're loving the videos, make sure that you click on the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. If you go to Charity L. Preston, all one word all together, and find my channel, you can subscribe to my channel, and every time I post a video, I believe YouTube pushes you out an email that says that I have a new video on there, so you don't even have to go looking for it. And so then you can choose to look at it or not to look at it, whatever you want to do, but it makes it easy on you. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit us at the Organized Classroom blog, the Facebook fan page, any of those places. If you have some cool tips that are easy to implement, super cheap, tried and true, you've used them a lot, please feel free to email me, drop me a line, and so that way maybe I can make a video and share it with all the other teachers as well who may not have seen it. All right, thanks so much. We'll see you later. Bye.